Welcome back, students. We are in the fourth chapter, that is your theoretical concepts of operating system. Okay, wow. So you have finished a few concepts and introductions yearly, and by now we are going to continue with the key features of the operating system. So totally how many key features of operating system are there? Yes, 6 features we are having. The first one, it is your user interface. Next one, it is your file management. Next one, it is your memory management. Next, it is your process management. Next is security management, user interface, and next it is your fault tolerance. So totally you will be having 6 key features. In the previous class, we finished the user interface. What is an user interface? Why you need that one, and what are the key points that you people must consider in your mind while designing an application? That is your user interface. Okay, ma'am. Yes, by today we are going to continue with the next key feature. It is your memory management. Yes, the next one, it is your memory management. Yes, by the name itself. Yes, here the operating system is going to manage the memory. It is going to manage the memory. That is how much memory must be allocated for each and every task. That is going to be managed, or that is going to be discussed in this topic for you. So here what the memory management is the process of controlling. It is the process of controlling and coordinating. It is the process of controlling and coordinating computer's main memory. Computer's main memory and assigning memory space and assigning memory space to the various memory space or block to the various program that are running, to the various program that are running. Running means that everything will be utilized by the computer, no? Application, something will be running, no? So that is. So memory management is nothing but it is going to controlling and coordinating the main memory and assigning. It is going to control the main memory and it is going to assign the memory space to the various programs that are running, and it is going to optimize the overall computer performance. So optimize the computer's performance. Okay, wow. So these and all done in the memory management only. So the next, it also involves the allocation of specific memory. Here also it is going to manage the allocation of specific memory to individual program. It is going to allocate the memory based upon the demand. It is going to allocate the memory. So some program will be in need of large amount of memory. Something will be in need of less amount. So based upon the demand, memory is allocated. So based upon the demand, memory is allocated. Okay, well, few programs will be in need of less memory only, but few programs will be in need of some more extra memory. So based upon the demand, the memory is allocated. Similarly, at the application level, memory management ensures the availability of adequate memory. Adequate means enough memory. So this will check whether enough memory is available. Enough memory is available for the programs all the time, for the running programs, not only simple program. அதாவது without usage ல இருக்கிற programs-க்குள்ள use பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற programs, running programs at all times. So these are the things that to be managed by the operating system under memory management. Okay, so first point it is going to control and coordinate the computer's main memory. That is your first point. Next one, it is going to assign memory space. Next it is going to assign the memory space. And the third one it is going to allocate of specific memory block. It is going to allocate memory for specific memory area only. That is your third. And the fourth one is based upon the demand of the certain application, memory is allocated. Based upon the demand, memory is allocated. And the next one, the memory management must check enough memory. அதாவது அந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் ரன் ஆகி முடிக்கிற வரைக்கும் அதுக்கு இருக்கணும் அலோகேட்டடாக enough memory அவைலபிளாக இருக்கணுமே ஒழிய அந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் நல்லா ரன் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கும்போது திடீர்னு என்ன ஆகிடக்கூடாது, memory full, memory is out of it அப்படின்னு message should not be displayed. So it must manage that also. Enough memory is available for the running program at all times. So these must be managed by the operating system. Under which one? Under memory. Okay, so the next we are going to see the objective of the memory management. Next we are going to see the objective. What are the objective you people are having is, first, it improve both the utilization of the CPU and the speed of computer's response. First one, it improve the utilization na adoda usage, okay va, utilization of the CPU. And the next point, the speed of computer's response to its user. So these are the two objectives you people are having under memory management. The first one, it must improve the utilization of the CPU. அதாவது CPU என்ன ஆகிட்டே இருக்கணும், சும்மா ரெஸ்ட்டாக உட்காந்துட்டே இருக்கக்கூடாது, அது ஃபுல்லாக அது யூட்டிலைஸ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கணும், அது ஸ்பீடாக இருக்கணும். அதுபோது நெக்ஸ்ட் இட் இஸ் ஸ்பீட் ஆஃப் த கம்ப்யூட்டர் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீ 2+5 கால்குலேட் பண்ண கொடுத்துருக்கேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நீ கொடுத்து ஒரு 5 minutes கழிச்சு ஆன்சர் 7 வந்தால் how it will be for you people to start to avoid usage of the computer. Within a fraction or very very few seconds you must be able to receive the answer. That is your speed of the computer response. So if the CPU is utilized more, you will be having the output in a very faster way. So that is your objective of the memory management. For these reasons only, computer must keep several program in the main memory. For these reasons, that is your to improve the utilization and to have the speed of for the computer response that is to be given to the user, many programs resides on the main memory. Okay, why? So that one only able to provide these two objectives to be satisfied for you. So next we are going to see there are some responsibility of the operating system. Next we are going to see the responsibility of the operating system related to this one, that is related to memory management. Responsibility of the operating system that is related to the memory management. The first one, it must keep track of which part of the memory is used, Already previous the computer organization lesson itself I taught you for you people. So consider these are your racks like memory, okay va. Here each and every area will be used by your computer, and this operating system must keep track of which part is using by now. So in the idhula first part la irka, second la irka, third la irkaங்கறத யார் ட்ராக் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும்? Yes, in the case of memory management, that is the responsibility of the operating system to keeping track. எந்த பார்ட்டை இப்போ மெமரியில யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்காங்கங்கறத என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கணும், அது ட்ராக் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். And the next one, which process and data to move in and out. எந்த ஒர்க் இப்போ மெமரிக்குள்ள என்டர் ஆகணும், எந்த ஒர்க் ப்ராசஸ் ஆகி இப்போ வெளியே வந்திருக்கணுங்கிறத டிசைட் பண்ணுறது யார் தான்? எஸ், திஸ் மெமரி ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டமில் இந்த மெமரி மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டுங்கிற கான்செப்ட் தான். இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு டிட்டர்மைன் which process and data to be in and out of memory. அதையும் யார் தான் டிசைட் பண்ணணும்? ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டம் ஒன்லி. And the next two people are going to have the third one, allocation and deallocation. What do you mean by allocation? Yes, memory allocate பண்ணது அதுக்கு இடம் கொடுக்குதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல. So that is your allocation. What do you mean by deallocation? கொடுத்த மெமரியை திருப்பி எடுத்துச்சுன்னா that is your deallocation. So these are the responsibilities you people are having under memory management. Responsibility of whom? Responsibility of the operating system under memory management. The first one it must keep track of which part of the memory is used. The next one, this is going to decide which process and data to be in and to be out of the memory, that is to be moved in and to be moved out of the memory. And the next one, it is your allocation and deallocation of the memory blocks. Allocation என்னது ப்ராசஸ் செய்யறதுக்கு எவ்வளவு மெமரி அலோகேட் பண்ணணும் தான் அலோகேஷன். யூஸ் பண்ண மெமரியை நம்ம க்ளீன் பண்ணி, தட் இஸ் யுவர் க்ளீன் பண்ணி வெளியே அதை நவுட்டிட்டு மூவ் பண்ணிட்டு அடுத்த இதுக்கு அதை இடம் கொடுக்க போகிறோம்ல. ஸோ தட் இஸ் யுவர் டீஅலோகேஷன். ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த 3 responsibilities that an operating system is having under memory management. So clear with this one? Yes, next we can see the next key feature. Yes, security management. Yes, now we are going to continue with the key feature of the operating system. In that, by now we are going to discuss the security management. So by the name itself, so what else information, what else data you people are having, everything must be more secure. Everything must be more secure. So the major challenge in the company, that is your computer and software industry, is to protect your users, that protect the users important detail from the hackers. So it must protect all the important details, or what else details you people are having, everything must be protected from the hackers. Okay, so for this purpose only, the operating system is providing security at 3 levels. It is going to provide security at 3 levels. The first one, it is your file access level. The first one, it is your file access level. Yes, by the name itself you people will be able to. So what else small file that you people are creating in an application, that is your file. For example, in a Word document you people are typing a letter, means that is a single file. Okay, so to access that file, that is to open a file, some security is given. So some security is given. So that will be coming under file access level. So to open a file created by a user, some security is given. That is, some password can be set, or some permissions can be given. So that you will be having under file access level. So what is file access level? Permissions can be so here the permissions can be given. Okay, wow. The permission can be granted based upon who is the user. Based upon that, the permission is granted. The next two people are having system level. Next one, it is your system level. What do you mean by system? Yes, as a whole your computer. As a whole your computer. Based upon that, who is going to work with your computer, that is your system level. So for that, what you people can give? Yes, you people can give password. You can give password. So password is mainly often at multi-user environment. That is multi-user operating system we have discussed earlier, no? In that environment and all, they will be using passwords before you people are entering into the system. So passwords can be given. So this is the way how your operating system is going to protect your system. That is, it is going to give system level security. And the next we are going to discuss one. The next one, it is your network level. Yes, first the security is for a single file. The next one, it is for your whole system. And the next one for your system throughout the network. How it is going to give? Yes, it is going to give a wide way of security. It is going to give a wide way of security. How the security can be given? Yes, by means of some firewall and by means of strong passwords. You people can protect your computer when your computer on the network for you. So under file access system, the permission can be granted by the creator of the file or by the administrator to open it. So now we are discussing the key feature, that is your security management. So security is most important in your and it must to be handled correctly by your operating system. There you people are having 3 levels of security. The first one, it is your file access level. Next one, it is your system level, and the next one, it is your network level. So each and every single file must to be accessed. Before that one, permission must be given. Permission can be granted by whom and all? The person who created the file or by the administrator. That is your file access level. The next one, it is your system level. When you people switch on the computer, some password can be given. So by means of that password, another person will not be able to open your system. And the next one, it is your network level. Network, when your computer is connected in the network, reasonable security must be given so that your legitimate, that is your most important details or normal details will be secured for you people. So these are the 3 levels that you people are having under security management. Yes, next we are going to see the next one. It is your fault tolerance. Yes, next one, it is your fault tolerance. What do you mean my fault? Yes, while working with a computer, there is a chance for the user to misoperate your computer. So during that time, the computer should not hang or the computer should not stop performing its operation. It must be able to correct the fault by itself, and it must be able to continue with the performance. That is your fault tolerance. That is, the operating should be robust. Robust means, yes, it must be able to withstand. The operating system must be robust. அதாவது என்ன பிரச்சனை வந்தாலும் அது எப்படி இருக்கணும்? ஸ்ட்ராங்காக நின்றுட்டு இருக்கணும். ஃபால்ட் ஆகிட்டுன்னு பொத்துன்னு என்ன ஆயிடக்கூடாது? சிஸ்டம் ஆஃப் ஆகிடக்கூடாது. இட் மஸ்ட் பி ரோபோட். வென் தேர் இஸ் அ ஃபால்ட், ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஷுட் நாட் கிராஷ். அட் த ஃபால்ட் டைம், ஓஎஸ் ஷுட் நாட் கிராஷ். ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டமே என்ன ஆயிடக்கூடாது? மொத்தமாக ஃபால்ட் ஆகி சிஸ்டமே ஸ்டாப் ஆயிடக்கூடாது. Then instead what it must be able to do? It must be able to retain the existing state. It must be able to retain the correct state. Okay, that is your existing state. So these are must to be considered or done by the operating system for you. So fault tolerance means your operating system must be strong enough, that is robust. When there is a chance for a fault, the operating system should not immediately crash. அதாவது மொத்தமாக ஃபால்ட் ஆகி என்ன ஆயிடக்கூடாது? சிஸ்டமே ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டமே டவுன் ஆயிடக்கூடாது. இட் மஸ்ட் பி ஏபிள் டு ரீட்டைன்னா என்ன தப்பு நடந்தாலும் அது தப்பு நடக்காதபடி the operating system must be very stable. So clear with the points. What else we have discussed by today? So what else we have discussed? Yes, we have finished the memory management, and the next one, it is your security management, and next we finish the fault tolerance. Yes, students, remaining key features we can continue in the next class. Yes, thank you, students.